Hi guys, David here reaching out to you guys again. It's been a really long time, but definitely wanted to reach out, say thank you to everybody for subscribing to the channel, as well as update everybody on what's going on with Landa, right? So I did have a long conversation with their back end over there, and it is crazy. All of the crazy stuff going on with land. It sounds like, and they're not being honest here, but sounds like there might be some legal issues that they're not telling me about. Some headaches, the tax liabilities that they've since corrected. But the long story short is land is not going anywhere. They definitely have all of the venture capital funding that they could possibly need, as well as none of their employees have left, right? So it's not like land is shedding assets and everything's going to disappear, right? Now, it is unfortunate that they are having a really hard time communicating with everybody. It's my dog down there, in case you guys wanted to see him, but they have a hard time communicating, right? And that has a lot to do with the legalities around them communicating. So where they used to communicate a lot on like the community and even with an exclusive group of what we're known as the elite landers. They're not able to do that anymore, right? So when you're reaching out to them and mostly just getting a response of soon, there is a very big reason for that. Legally speaking, no one knows nothing. They're hoping that everything will be reopened here in the next couple of months, but with the coronavirus, I guess there's been some setbacks and things. As far as I'm aware, they have about 9 properties that they are planning on dropping into the app. They're working on currently kind of like a shareholder buyback. So they'll purchase back some of the shares that I know there's a lot of money invested and everything's frozen and everything's freaking out. Right. But I do want to reiterate something that I think is very important. When it is a startup, right, where they are going to have a lot of issues with how everything starts and, moving forward from that. So do I think that it could have been done better? Absolutely, I do. 110%. Do I think that communication could be better, right? It very clearly needs to be better, but for whatever reason, it's not. Past that, there's a lot of future things that are coming out with Landa that are going to be beneficial. So you guys can feel free to message me down in the comments if you guys have questions or anything going back with Landa and you're curious to know when they're going to reopen or maybe some insider information on what's actually happening. I'm more than happy to answer anything that I know from talking to them, talking to Yishai and several other people over there on, exactly what's going on, right? But it looks like as far as right now, right, there's no real issues security-wise or that or anything like that. They just want to do a full update on everything all at one time. But they are definitely going to try to communicate better than they have been. But because there's a lot of rules at the SEC and a lot of other things, it's becoming an issue of how they communicate, right? So give it some time. Definitely feel free to reach out to them if you'd like to. Just know that you're not going to get any concrete information because at this time they don't know, right? Just like I don't know exactly. I was told, hopefully a week, a couple of months, right? Just nobody knows exactly what's going on. There is no timetable to figure that out, right? But at this point, they felt they did what was best in the best interest of Landa moving forward. And I actually agree with a lot of what was said on our phone call, why they did what they did. So feel free to hate me in the comments, right? If you have a lot of money tied up with them, I understand that can be a very stressful period, but just know that you're getting your rent payments on time. Everything is going according to plan. And it just means that you'll have more assets already in the application when more properties do come to fruition. But this is Delightful Dave signing off. We did just move to Tulsa, so that's why there's been absolutely no videos. I've got my work computer over here. I've got my other computer over here, which is not on a real desk, which is why every time I do this, everything shakes. it's been crazy because I'm working from home now as well. That's a closet where my dog kennel is, as well as a bunch of boxes that we haven't moved. Maybe we'll do a whole run through of what Tulsa looks like in case anybody's curious. But like I said, feel free to comment down below. I'm more than happy to answer anything that I know. I've got a lot of things in the works in the future. We've got more videos that we're planning on shooting, so the channel will be a lot more active moving forward, as well as dropping other alternative applications other than Landa for building an investment portfolio. I know I've talked a lot about Worthy, which I'll have a description eventually in the description of what Worthy is. But we'll also be doing an entire video dedicated to Worthy and actually how that works and why I think in uncertain times, if you're worried about your paycheck, right, or worried about your investments and a lot of volatility, right, which personally I put a lot of money into the stock market when everything dipped, right, but if you're worried about that and you like a nice 5% return compounded daily, right, then it's definitely a better place for you to be in particular. Personally, we use it as a savings account, which is great, and I'll show you our portfolio as well as some other information. I did go ahead and open up a brand new one specifically for this channel. So any amount of money that we make from the channel will be going to that Worthy account. So you actually be able to see it grow, and we'll have update videos as well on that. We haven't had anything on Landa just because there's really not a lot going on there. But like I said earlier, this is the video for you guys to put any questions or comments or anything. But now this is the real time I'm signing off. This whole thing was live, so I apologize that there's not really cool editing in the beginning and really cool editing at the end. But again, everybody have a wonderful day. Stay safe out there. Like I said, I'd like to thank all the doctors, nurses. My wife's a registered respiratory therapist, so it's been a little rough on her, especially since we just moved, started a new job, and then bam, pandemic. So, but you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Stay safe.